he was saying that the Mexicans that were in his group should die first.
Would you like to get a quick up your ass push later? My monkeys. All I have to do is smack your ass on the ground.
What do you mean smack his ass? He's a minor.
They also called us the M-word multiple times.
What? What are you gonna do? This whole fuck.
So you sound closer and louder.
He's wrong. What the He's fuck? No.
Like, no, you can't do that.
Hello.
Like, what?
Yeah, and it's no, it's even more because it's 30 fucking confirmed people. 30.
I just joined. What are we talking about?
Chip like Gaia.
Where are they? I'll have a stir word with them.
Oh, chip like.
This is a video of people discussing Chip like Gaia. You may not know who he is, but on VR chat, in the VR chat Sonic community, people sure do know who he is. I think it's time I start telling you most of the story of Chip like Gaia. I'm gonna let you know, never really done this. Just a little warning. Obviously the man's a pedophile, so if you get triggered, it's not on me. But I think it's time we start getting into this drama. The whole story. So tonight, or today, whatever time it is for you, I'm gonna be telling you the story. And either way, you're gonna learn about him. But what I'm about to tell you is only chapter 1. Could you tell the story on the stories of what happened?
Okay, well, I guess I'd have to start at the beginning. I met Chip like Gaia through a IRL friend named That One Human Erkin. And it was because they were part of the Sonic community on VR chat. It was that in the Portal community. And I had some interesting experiences. I do see so myself.
Like, what specifically?
Well, I guess we can start off with where it started. Of course, VR chat. I'm not a VR chat user, and I was invited on there by That One Human Erkin because him and Chip like Gaia were playing some sort of like Among Us clone. I don't remember what it's fucking called. And I was like, oh, okay, I'll join. So I made like the Tombo de Bombo account, as you know, that I have no more access to. And it started to get weird when after that game, we went to like their like private world. And they started to talk quite sexually. Like, it started with like sexual jokes, like making a joke that I had like a big penis and all that. And I was very offish about it because, you know, I'm a minor. And I didn't even know their age at this time, but then in this private world, they went and jumped onto one of the beds, and you know how, like, in there you can play videos on the TVs? They started playing, like, straight-up lolly porn on one of those TVs.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. So I then exited the game, and of course my, IRL friend was like, hey, why'd you leave? And I'm like, I need to go and do something else. When, I didn't want to interact with that other person. And I thought it was just some sort of sick joke, but then every single time we would go in, like the 2 other times I went in VR chat with them, was just constant sexual remarks towards me.
Do you remember any?
Oh, specific things? They said that they like trans men because their body are, quote, beautiful. This is a direct quote. I'm a minor. How fun is that? They also were they would make a lot of jokes saying that they wished that they were in my grade so they could date me. And I then just started completely, like, blocking them out through ignoring them. As you know, I'll do that. And it then got really uncomfortable once the other person started trying to convince me to continue being, like, friends and a part, like, they were, like, a part of, like, a friend group or some shit. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, we go on to Gary's mod, because I refused to go on to VRChat, because I was kind of scarred after that. And there was where they would make a lot of really horrible, transphobic remarks towards me. I don't like to say that often, but it genuinely was, like, horrible shit. And other things included them telling me to kill myself because I didn't want to play with them. There's a photo of my avatar hanging because they didn't like that I didn't join their game quick enough. Because my little sister was busy being born in the damn hospital. Like, I can't go play Gary's mod.
What was the last time you saw him?
Last time I saw him, it would have to be on a group voice call where it was one of the last voice calls I was in with that one human Irkin, when an entire situation happened with that person in real life. They dragged me into a voice call, Gaia, and they dragged me into a voice call and told me how I shouldn't go to the police because it was immoral.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, knowing that this person surrounds themselves with somebody who has a confirmed police report towards them is pretty interesting.
Alright, is that all? Pretty much everything? Yeah.
Well, I guess another of my experiences was that when we were playing, they had this other, like, girl join us, and she was, like, 13. And it was, like, they were talking about, like, roleplay shit. Like, SFW Sonic roleplays, and, it was, like, Amy and Sonic. So, yeah, that was...
The worst thing is that Sonic's 15 and Amy's 12.
Sonic's... Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know what happened to that person, or if they still talk or anything. It was just a one-off thing where it's like, that's just gross. And that's the reason why I left the VR chat community. I was barely a part of it, but, my first experience was with Chip, so of course it was a bad experience. And if someone like me who just met them briefly in a single, like, you can tell I only have a handful of experiences. If I already had such a horrible time, what do you think the people who are in the same community as them feel?
I understand that, you're gonna try and start playing again, I think.
Yeah, I'm hoping to start playing, and I'm glad that people are actually learning how disgusting this person is. Because generally they are, and they should not be in the community. It turned me away from the community, and I'm only now re-entering because I have supportive friends who were nice to me, but the thing is that on VRChat, a lot of, like, kids go in there. This is just plain truth. A lot of kids go in VRChat. You will go into like public worlds and see a 5-year-old screaming. The problem is that Chip like Gaia has access to those people.
Yeah.
In such an easy way.
I might as well
Terrifying.
tell my one and only experience with him while we're here.
Okay.
My friend ran on a skateboard. Yes, that's his name. He was fucking investigating Chip because he met him on a world, and Chip was saying how everyone hated him and called him a pedophile for no reason. That's what he said. And so he was investigating him, and I was like, okay, I'll join, I'll see what's going on. So I join, and this Manar immediately gets off bad vibes, so I mute. And in real life, you know, I'm a talkative as fuck person.
Yeah. Yeah, you are. We're both that.
Yeah. And I was muted and not talking. I was muted, and I was using the text box in VR chat.
One thing I quickly want to mention is that is very interesting because when I first met them, they were like, oh, don't trust any rumors about me. Like, people in public worlds will try and say shit. So, that's quite interesting. They understand the fact that they're infamous.
And, okay, I'll continue my story now, but, we were all in a room in, like, a Lilo and Stitch world or something, and they were, like, switching avatars. And I was standing in the middle, Chip was in the right, like, near the bed, and, my friend Brat was, like, on a table or something. And, then this Chip dude says, hey, or whatever, and he, like, turns around on the bed and just asks me and Rat to do the, you know. And I'm, like, just standing there. I didn't even say anything with the text box. I was just looking. And, pretty much, Chip brought Rat into another world, and I was, like, slightly traumatized, you know?
Yeah, that's horrible.
And it's just the fact that I think he's over 20. Like,
oh, that's so gross now, like, remembering all, like, the twink jokes they'd make with me. Oh, God. Vile.
yeah. But
It takes a lot for me to feel genuinely sick.
And it's that it's just ew.
Yeah, ew. We don't need someone like this in the
People
community.
On anything. Roblox, VR chat, hell, Rec Room. Fuck us VR! Gorilla Tag. Anything VR, anything just in general can be accessed by people like Chip.
Oh, yeah, at any moment, he can just log on and talk to children. And he has been doing that since, like, I don't know how long. I'm in, like, 2022.
He does remind me of Herbert, though. Yeah, I thought I might as well bring a little comedy into this, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for the quick interview.
Well, I, hope you have a good time, and, get people to actually listen about this type of shit, because this guy's disgusting.
That sounds like
could you explain your story or stories about Chip, like how you met and stuff? You know, just don't spare any details.
It all started when I met someone by the name of Ninja Chameleon. Uh, it was a an SBO fan, or at least that's what I thought, or think. And I was wanting his Discord so we can chat together. Because yeah, I saw him as a great dude to me. And then Chip Like Gaia came out. Like nobody asked him to go there. Taking advantage of him and I wanting to share our Discord to talk each other, so he could talk to us as well. And at first, I thought he was like a good guy as well. I mean, that was right before the incident where he was starting to expose himself for PEDO. And then after him and I got it on Discord, Chip Like Gaia ended up adding us as well. And that's where the nightmare all began. That's where he started to harass me annoyingly by adding me on a group without my consent. And I was not the only one who's been added to their shitty group of Discord. And then he started to harass not only me but also other people. And I started to question him about why am I there? What is this for? And he inconsistently told me that it's just to talk and to have fun and that shit. Like, dude, you have to warn me in the first place. You have to tell me first. But I don't see him to care about obeying that suggestion, because he started to do the same fucking thing, adding people, and one of the people who was being added without their true consent ended up getting mad at at Chip Like Gaia, and then they quit it. And well, that's all that happened, at least on Discord. And when I returned to VR chat, that's where another shit happened. And that's when
I understand
Chip Like
this is
Gaia's
the point where you started recording the videos, as seen in the before this.
Ah, right.
Continue.
Okay, Chip Like Gaia, when he started to come out, I heard them about something about giving him, talking about he's he regrets about what he did on the kids on VR chat or something like that. In front of all the people there, all the people around him, just to find pity. But on that time, I didn't know what's going on exactly, so I entered into a strange panic, and even started to record anything or try to record anything, because that's where the first clip came out, where he ended up saying, "Record this whole fuck."
Record this whole fuck.
And that was the first mistake in the first place about me saying, "Oh, I gotta record this," because I said that out loud, and on that time I didn't know. I didn't know I should not have said that in the first place. But back to what happened to Chip Like Gaia. When I recorded the second time, that's where I calmed a little bit more down, or at least that's what, or at least when recording is all about. And that's where his true colors came out, about him saying about himself sending porn to minors and that shit. And I was like, dude, I did not expect that. And what I also did not expect is that there was another pedophile in there by the name of Squaticles, which that's there's already an exposure on their own. And on that time, I didn't even know as well he was also a pedophile there. But I caught him. I caught Squaticles being in there. But
that's a different story for another day, pretty much.
Yeah, that's a pretty different story. Maybe another day I would explain it. But again, back to Chip Like Gaia, he was like, not only being contradicted with giving him pity, but by acting like a total dick, but also getting mad because they didn't give the pity the pity he wanted. Yeah, and now that I remember, Fuzz or K9OZ was also being harassed by this guy, and it's something pretty unexpected for me as well, because I thought I was the only one who was being like totally harassed on when Discord is all about, but it results that Fuzz was also harassed on Discord. So
I've seen the entire videos. I also see that he was really racist in the last few.
Yeah, and Fuzz is black, so that makes the problem even worse, because I think he was trying to call his supposed quote-unquote bullies as that, but more than defending himself, he's just putting the last nail to the coffin.
What would you say was the last time you saw him before the video that was filmed just today?
The last time I watched him was right on the third time I recorded the whole thing. And when I say the third time, it was like a week later. I'm not pretty sure if it was a week later, but it was right after the incident, where Watermark and the anime mod were starting spitting shit about him to see if he can defend himself in the way I watched it before, but it resulted to be not only the same shitty defense, but it also enhanced in a bad way, in the sense of, you know, saying more racist shit and all that.
What do you think should happen to him, like his jail time, if he went to jail?
I wish he would rot in jail.
Alright.
Even a death penalty if necessary. Because who forget? Because it's 30. Or 32 to be specific right now. 32 confirmed people being harassed by it, but being sexually being groomed by him or harassed by him. And he's basically not a good person to trust with. It's basically like Christian 2.0, just that. And totally difficult to explain a lot more about this, because every time I check his bio on VR chat, the more I had like some kind of paranoia that he would end up increasing his grooming shit. I mean, from all the 32 people being harassed and all that, only 2 or 3 incidents were actually confirmed by the same aggressor. Only 2 or 3. He's just he's just trying to pretend he didn't do too much, when in reality he did a lot more than quote unquote only 3 things. And that's what actually pisses me off the most, because there might be more people being harassed by this guy, or being groomed by this guy, or even sexually harassed? I don't know if that might be the right word. That last word, I don't know if that might be the correct one, but I won't be surprised if it were.
I'm gonna repeat something I said to the Tombo's interview, that it's the fact he can access things easy. That's the thing. Like, any app on VR, or in general, he can access, which is the thing, and usually children are on these games, so.
Not only kids are on VR chat, but on Discord there are also children, and that is the worst thing, because there are cases where people ended up getting groomed by adults on Discord. So not only on VR chat but also on Discord, and maybe on VR chat it's less probable that might happen something like this as well, or at least that's what I think. Because what I do remember about his Twitter, Chip Like Gaia's Twitter, is about insisting to Chris Jericho to have a Discord account so they could talk each other. Like, that's fucking dumb.
I have seen his Twitter account, and yes, I looked in likes. It was a hellscape.
There's even something I didn't revealed on that that new exposure might be the shitty memes he makes based on WWE characters. I saw it and I was like, is that a meme or a shit post? Because I think it's none of the above after all this shit I saw, especially on Twitter. And something I forgot to mention as well was that he was like using artwork without the actual creator's permission, and he was just to edit them and say, "Oh, look at how cute my edit has ended up being." And dude, you need to ask them for permission, and if they did and said no, you should respect that. And maybe that respect, maybe Chip like Gaia shoved that respect up their ass, in the sense that they don't give it. He didn't give a damn.
Is there any last things you would like to say, because this interview recording is about to hit 20 minutes?
The last thing I should say is that Chip like Gaia is nothing to be trusted with, and that if it still exists, videos about Tyler Wilson, which is another case. I mean, if the Hasbin hell of a fandom and beer chat has Tyler Wilson, the Sonic fandom has Chip like Gaia, which is the same bullshit but with different asshole.
Thank you for the interview.
You're welcome.
I'm trying to get this video out as fast as I can without rushing it too much, so yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Stranger Things.
Chip, where are you?
Stranger Things. Where are you?
Are you in the building?
Oh, there you are.
Hello. Could you unblock the other person in this world, please?
Who was that?
Okay,
Mr. Chris Blade.
Who?
Could you unblock Chris Blade? We need to talk with you.
Yeah, there's no Chris Blade on here. Casino Cuphead, Dark Lord Ling, Ghost J.
Wait, do you have him blocked?
Oh, well, there's Chris Blade. Because I don't usually block people, so... There's like 4 people I blocked, and that's about it.
Click in room.
I know of ironic to be sincere.
Well, I'm sorry, but I only like 4 people blocked, and I don't like any other number but 4. Sometimes 5, but I'm not judging. So,
this
you
is
wanna
very
talk
important.
to me? I used my new avatar since I used it yesterday. Okay, so what do you want? I have to fix
okay.
this.
Could you go to social and click in room, please?
What do you mean it's social in room?
Go to the social option in your menu and click in room.
There's 3 here.
Right, do you see him?
Yeah, you, me, and this guy.
Yeah, I see him.
All right.
The hell? Can we do the fuck up?
Do you want to stop this, or?
Excuse me? No, I would like to know some things, but first
Well,
you need to,
okay.
I need you to talk to him first.
Okay,
I don't have
so
a chair, so...
I need you to talk to him first.
we would like to talk to you about an incident I have heard from someone I won't name about you
Right.
going into a game and playing animated sex videos on the TV.
That does not sound like me. I'm like, guys, I was just back from Omegle. Dressing up as, this. I mean, do I look like somebody who,
Well, I do have multiple pieces of footage, and one of them you say, "My monkeys, ooh ooh ah ah."
Well, I mean, I don't. Hold on.
That is technically true.
Well, okay, that part's true. But
also,
I mean,
you've
you're
also
speaking
said
like this is
N-word a lot in the videos.
okay, but you're saying like this is like fucking recently. Like I've not done recently stuff like this, and I don't know, fucking never. Ever since I don't know January, I think. I don't keep track of days.
Chris, you know more about this, man. Could you please? I don't really.
I know. Okay. Let me. What was?
Hold on, is there TV or something here? Maybe we can put some footage on the wall.
Okay. Let's not change the topic here. I forbid you to do that in the first place.
Well, I was just making it easier for you. I'm sorry.
Okay. First of all, I would like you to tell me what were you saying before things happened in the Sonic RP hub where you were supposedly saying that you're a PEDO or something like that to find some pity. I would like you to tell me what were you saying there, because the last time I tried, I would admit I failed on that moment. But
well, you do realize since Sonic RP hub is actually not fucking active right now since the last time I've been there, and that's kind of really sad because it was actually one of my favorite spots.
well,
And I actually liked it there. What are you gonna do?
it's your problem and not mine to notice that. But back to the topic here. What were you saying
Yeah.
back there when you wanted to find some pity about your pedophile or something? Because I want to know that.
I mean, what do you mean by finding pity? I mean,
Yeah, don't pretend I'm not. Don't pretend you're not. Don't pretend you're. I'm not saying this correctly. I know pretty well I'm not. I know pretty well what I'm saying. Cause on that time when I tried to, let's say, wanting to know something, you just acted rude to me, then record this whole fuck. Is that true about that? I mean, what were you saying before you just ended up saying record this whole fuck? I just want to know. Yeah. Typical of you, staying quiet on moments like these.
hey, really? You want to stay moments like these? Okay. I try to be a nice guy. I really did. I mean, I felt bad for the shit I've done in my life. You want to know the damn truth? I literally feel bad for the things I say in my life because it's stupid. But we all grow from our opportunities. Hey, guys, I'm sorry, B. But we all grow from our opportunities.
Oh, wait. You show what? Your dick?
So what?
I heard you. You just said that you showed up your dick?
No, I said we all grow from our opportunities. We all learn from our mistakes and we move on in our lives. Sure, I mean, I was a dick to people. Sure, hell, I was a dick to you and I feel bad about it. Hell, some nights I cry about it. But I cry. I mean, I regret it.
It's not to be regretted about.
You might say you didn't do anything recently,
honest,
but I was in one other instance with you. With my friend Rat on a skateboard.
Yeah, and right on a skateboard. I mean,
And you went over to the bed at some point and said, fuck me.
Because they're my lover?
Yeah,
hello? I'm an earth to you.
I was in there, and you tried
wait.
pulling everyone in there in.
How old?
I wasn't pulling nobody in there with you. Okay, the thing is, they didn't want to come to the fucking room. I don't know why. I try to bring them only to the room. I don't bring everybody else to a fucking room. You shitting me? I don't do that shit.
I was in the same room the whole time, until you left with him into another world.
I didn't go to another world. I went in that bed alone. With him
Then
and me.
into a
There was
portal.
no other world. Yeah? What month is this?
I can't with this, man. Chris, just continue.
Oh, come on. How old is that lover you were talking about?
20.
My lover?
20?
And horny like me. I mean, come on, we're all horny on our lives.
Yeah, with the
Man, I'm sure you get
14-year-old
your
in the
moment.
room.
Tell us how, what are you, 14? Is that what you're trying to say to me?
I was in that room and I was 14,
Yes.
and I still am.
Ah.
And I'm pretty
Well, I
sure
know
you
I
already
am
knew
sick
that.
of you.
And you
So
still
that's the
did that.
problem. You're peeing with someone in front of a minor. That's what.
They didn't actually do
Now
it. They
that's
went into
something
another
now.
world, but like they tried. Like
Did you follow us? Is that what happened?
Rat let me join. He had joined me on.
Well, what? That's his fault. Okay, I wouldn't let you join me in a
His
bedroom. You
fault?
shitting me?
Then why didn't you kick me?
Was it? It might be your. It might be your fault for using a public instance to ERP or a
Yeah, it
Friends Plus.
It was public.
There you go.
Man, what day was
So
this? Like
you're
3
just
months
finding
ago?
pity as always.
No, I'm just saying this doesn't seem logical. Because
It isn't watchful,
I mean,
but
yours-
but at the same time you don't give a fuck. That's the problem.
no, I mean I do give a fuck because I lost you and that made me depressed. Are you kidding me? Why do you think I would not give a fuck?
Depressed for all after all the minors you've groomed.
All the shit you sent to them?
I heard there's 30 confirmed people you've groomed, but only a few.
32
you've
actually.
confirmed it. Close enough.
And I mean you're saying I brought you in the room and had sex. That did not happen.
No, you didn't bring me into the room.
Oh.
I had to find
Whoa,
Rat, and
whoa.
it was normal overall until near the end when you got in the bed, turned around, said fuck me, and just kept insisting on Rat. And then you, like, told me instead, and I just backed up.
Can you wait one moment?
I can't with this dude. Fucking hell.
This dude is fucking Christian. Christian 2.0.
Chris Chan 2, Electric Boogaloo.
After all these moments where you tried to harass me and all that shit, you just came here and it resulted to be the same as always.
I'm
You
not the
didn't even
same
fucking
as
change.
always. I moved on to my life and I don't even. I mean, why the fuck would you say I'm the same as always if you left and hid like a little bitch and I
Oh, yeah, and to
kicked your
clarify-
ass?
The same in the sense of
Listen.
you acting like a pedo. That's what I'm.
And to clarify,
talking
my
about.
story happened, like, on the 2nd month of this year, so it was pretty recent.
There is a reason why we brought you here. 'Cause
I
would
don't-
like to know about this about the other confirmations about you acting like a total freak.
Is it true that you messed with one of my friends named Combo, and when they didn't join your game, you told them to kill themselves and sent them a photo of their character from Gmon hanging?
No.
Well, I have a picture of it, so you just
Oh,
lied
you
to my
do,
face.
do you? I didn't fucking lie to your face because I don't see anything named Combo on here.
Well, proofs are
There's
proofs.
and I've been on Discord either. So see, it's not nobody's named Tombo on here.
That's because you didn't have him on Discord. That's my knowledge.
Yeah, where'd I have him on?
Jesus.
Or
Shut
the
up, I'm
fact
trying to think
you
about something.
said the N-word multiple times, called people monkeys.
That's happened, so
You sent things to minors that should not have been sent. "30 confirmed people." Actually, no, 32. Because Tombo and me.
I don't know who Tombo is.
Oh, you don't remember?
Tombo?
You remember
Strange
Mr.
things.
Erkin?
What you confirmed in the other video about this 14-year-old that you supposedly said they're bothering you on Discord.
There's nobody named Tombo on.
And this 17-year-old I don't know too much about. You only confirmed only those two. And it's 30. 32.
Also, I've seen your
I'm
Twitter
looking right
likes.
now. Hey, look, it's the ordinary.
I've seen your Twitter likes. Ew.
Yeah, I don't give a
And
shit.
I also
Tombo
saw your
Tombo.
Chris Jericho commentary saying, can you actually
Yeah.
nobody cares, especially Chris Jericho itself. What the fuck, man? You're not only a total freak on Discord and on Twitter, but also on Twitter.
You said Twitter twice. Yeah.
I know he said 20 twice. I heard it.
But that's not the point. The point is, you're a freak everywhere.
I'm not acting like a freak. You want me to check? I'm looking. There's nobody named that. Like,
Tell me.
guys,
Just tell me. How old are you?
Look, I'm acting. Okay, I don't.
Answer the question.
I'm not answering nothing. I said I'm out of here.
Who do you want me?
Then we'll expose you.
Who do you want? He blocked me. He blocked me
He left.
again. What a fucking.
Well, we got all we
dumbass
need,
motherfucker.
so...
Just got pretty mad with that shit. Especially when I told him about his Twitter, about his insistence with, oh, can you
I reported him.
Discord? Can you have Discord so I could talk to you? Like, that's total bullshit.
Alright. I got the recording, so...
Thank you.